Yo, this is Brian. We're out here in the streets of Hongdae, and today we're gonna crack into how to truly listen. Oftentimes, we think we're listening, but deep inside, we gotta ask ourselves the questions: are we actually listening in an effective manner? So, we're gonna talk about how to truly listen in effective ways. Let's get into it. I want to talk about today about listening. A lot of times we think we're listening, but the truth is, are you actually listening? I've had this problem for a long time now. I actually didn't realize, but when I'm talking with my friends, when I'm talking with my family, to strangers, I think I'm listening, but deep down, I get in my head and I get into thinking, what am I gonna say next? Oh, they're talking about they went to Italy. I gotta talk about I love pizza. Or, oh, they're talking about they love music. I gotta talk about I love this artist. But that's actually not a good mindset to have, because once you get into your head and thinking about what am I gonna say next, then you're not being in the moment. So a big thing we need to realize is we have to be in the moment and not be in your head. So think of it as this. You might have realized when you see movies, one of the movies I love is Begin Again. Mark Ruffalo and Keira Knightley, they're in the movie, and it basically is two strangers who know completely nothing about each other, with only one commonality, which is love for music. And they just get lost in the city. They're sharing the earphones and listening to the music, walking down the streets, Times Square. And it's like everything else is blocked out. Like, only thing that matters is Mark Ruffalo and Keira Knightley. Just you and the other person you're talking to. So it's basically thinking of you as your own star of your movie. Everyone else is extras. At the end of the movie, you don't remember. If you look at Iron Man, you don't remember like extra number one that was just walking down the streets. You only remember Iron Man, Gwyneth Paltrow, and maybe War Machine. So at the end of the movie, think about what legacy you're gonna leave. And when you're having the conversation or interaction with that other person or the other people, just be in the moment. Think of you as your own star. Just be in the moments. And the second thing is that going in with a blank slate. So, in the book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, author Mark Manson talks about being uncertain. You should be not certain and be more uncertain. What that means is that you should be going into an experience or conversation with doubting yourself. Here's an example. Let's say you're going to a cooking class, and you were always taught to, or you thought that you should be cooking the ramen noodles for 5 minutes. Well, Gordon Ramsay tells you you should be cooking for 4 minutes. Even though it's Gordon Ramsay, now you're thinking, okay, but I thought it was 5 minutes. See, that's when the doubt happens, because it's actually ironic how certainty creates uncertainty. And this is actually not good for you, because it blocks out all the new experiences that could happen. It could, you could have an amazing experience or amazing knowledge that you could learn, but how would you know if you were not willing to listen? So you actually gotta be in the moment. Then you gotta go with a blank slate. You don't know anything. Just throw out your ego. And I've had this problem for the longest time, is that I actually have an ego, and I tend to reject ideas from other people, even my friends. I'm like, yeah, but I know this, or yeah, but I was taught this. Well, just listen. Just listen, try it out, then maybe you'll find out. Then how are you gonna know if you're just like, but it's cool, but it doesn't make sense to me. I'm a firm believer of field experience. I'm a firm believer of actually trying the things that you learn, implement it in our daily lives. So, I mean, we can all think that, that's cool, shoulda, coulda, woulda, or we can actually try it. Worst case scenario, you're right, and the new thing you tried is wrong. But how would you know if you didn't try? It's like, what if? What if I spend that money traveling? What if I apply for that job? What if I walked up to that person you want to talk to and create amazing relationships? How would you know? Well, even if you fail, you can at least say, I'm gonna try it and it doesn't work. Then you go back to your daily lives and, everything works out. So that's all I want to talk about today. To recap, one is, I actually forgot, what was one? Okay, one is actually be in the moment. Be in the moment and don't think about anything else. Two is go with a blank slate and just absorb like a sponge. Absorb like a sponge. So, with that being said, this is Brian. Cheers.